Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another What's Up Wednesday. We are trying something a little different tonight. We've got three big views for you. We're starting a little early because I'm going to go in and prepare the mussels. I'm using my my AirPods here. I'm hoping that the audio carries through as I get inside and make the mussels. Here's the inside view. They're just coming out of the microwave. I am really excited to share this with you. And I got my martini. I taste it for authenticity. Tastes pretty good. And of course, we've got our Fireside chat. So this is going to be a little different to What's Up Wednesday tonight. And I'm really excited for you to be part of this conversation tonight because it truly is our collective conversation. So if I can get a thumb up from somebody here in the chat just to let me know that the audio is working. It's one of the things that annoys me from this side of the camera that I don't know, but if you can give me a quick thumb up, then we'll get the mussels and we'll continue that inside. And we're working off a KOA Wi-Fi system, so this is a Hail Mary at best. So Rich is saying, "Are you okay on the audio?" And so is Ron. So okay, so I'm gonna again, this is the three views. I'm going to zero in on this. We're going to go make the mussels quick. I'm going to take a hit. That's like mussels and martinis. Glad to have you here. Let's hope this works. If not, it's a Vanlife miracle. Right? Okay. Yes. Close the door, keep bugs out. How we doing? Still with me? Yeah, it's going to be I'm going to actually remove this camera angle. Let's go back to here. I'm going to, it's a real ham area on the Wi-Fi here. It's actually not bad for a KOA network, but it's all I got tonight. Verizon is really bad. So I'm going to kill the Lilycam inside. So that'll help give us a little bandwidth there. And let's start. It's 7 o'clock, perfect time. Oh, these look really good. I didn't bring my shell plate. Oh my gosh, hold on. All right, we'll try and do this so that we don't make too big of a mess. Do you like mussels? Let me know. I, again, prefer clams. Really prefer fish. I'm not much of a shellfish guy. Crab I like. I just don't like getting to it. Kyle usually picks the crab out for me and puts it on my plate like a good dad with a 5-year-old. Cheers, everybody. Let's get this party started. This is kind of fun tonight. I just love these things. There we go. This is a big week coming up because we got our camp out coming up. Many of you are actually in transit. Some of you are really close. I'm about an hour away at this KOA. Gonna need a couple days to get some stuff done. All right, so this is what we're going to do tonight. Again, if you're joining us for the first time, howdy, my name is Scott. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Go Small, Live Large, all about the camper van travel experience. It's been a whirlwind month, and it's going to be a bang out February. It's going to start off with the Florida Vanlife gathering happening this weekend. They're expecting 300 vans, and our tribe's got at least 30 coming. There's a whole bunch of Embassy RV folks and a whole lot of you in other kinds of vans. It doesn't matter what kind of van you have. In fact, to join this for the day events, you don't even need a van. Just be van cool, van curious, because van people are the most awesome. Okay, see if I can get my yeah, like this. Okay, let me go do this until we get rolling here a little bit. My fire's pretty good tonight. What do you think? I think this is my 5th or 6th campfire in my 3 years of full-time travel that I am just ending. This month I start February 2023, my 4th year full-time van travel. So I started this party full-time in February 2019. So this is pretty amazing for me. All right, let's share some content with you. And I see some regulars in here already. This is so great. We're going to have such a blast this weekend. And for those of you that aren't joining, we'll probably do some YouTube live. Let me take a bite of this mussel. Again, these are a different species. I can only find this at Publix. It's really annoying that it's only available at Publix. And what I like about it, it's not fishy. It's not chewy. It doesn't have the hair on it. Again, I kind of prefer clams, but these are a nice substitute. They don't have this recipe in the those are yummy. I wish I could taste these. If you like tomato, putting a little sun-dried tomato in there, really makes sense. I don't have any garlic toast, which is kind of what you really need to go with this. It's all right, you guys sitting there watching me eat on camera. It's not cool. But hold on. Ooh, that one didn't want to come out. Come on out of there. There we go. Oh my God. Those are great. All right. A little bit of sand. That's never fun. Okay, so here's what we're doing tonight. Clearly, this is a little different than normal, which is kind of the whole point. It's a fireside chat. It's about all of us coming together around a few things. So we did Mussels and Martinis. Cheers to your health. And if Libation Live is a glass of water for you, please make it filtered and cold. And we're doing fireside chat. We may not go the hour tonight just because of the network I'm not certain of, but I want to give a few things into your brain, into your ears and eyes, and have you give me some of that feedback. So I did we got Song of the Week. I think you'll like tonight. All right, so here's how we'll start off. I did a survey earlier this morning. What video topic is top of mind for you as a camper van owner or wannabe? And I am thrilled. The places to travel to and enjoy your camper van was the #1 pick. It's the #1 thing I don't do. And we're going to pivot on that starting this month, big time. Number 2, by just a percentage point, was tour of camper vans. I'm really thrilled to see that. And how-tos of traveling and operating a camper van. Number 3, a distant is products to improve your van travel experience, and then cooking and grilling in a camper van. Was kind of a far distant in the background, but what I really took away from this is that this audience, whether you're a subscriber or just an infrequent watcher, really want to see places to go and enjoy in your camper van. So that's something that's been a big miss on this channel for a long time. I've talked about it for a lot last year. I did all of Route 66 in summer of 2021, and many of you have not seen most of that at all. So this gives me some real help with the direction on the channel for this year, because I'm setting goals for the channel, and places are going to be huge. We'll still do some tours, and then how-tos on operating a camper van and traveling in it. So like, what's a travel day look like? What does grocery shopping look like? What's laundry day look like? Some of the more mundane stuff. Emptying tanks, right? and then some products. We have a grill video coming out that will astound you. So I'm really, really pleased with these results, and thank you for the over 100 people that voted on this. And we'll keep an eye on this. What I might do is actually dice it up to have what's top of mind for van owners, and then another survey for van owner wannabes, because I think that could be very different, or maybe not. But the fact that places took the lead, I'm really thrilled about. Okay, so again, what we're doing tonight, camper van tips. We got some really great ones, including using dishwasher soap to keep your black tank clean. If you have let me zoom in here for you. If you have a tip, it's really important, please. There's the email down below, GSLL viewer recommendation at gmail.com. Many of the things I've implemented in my van travels came from you. I am not the all-knowing, all-powerful sage on the stage. I get many awesome tips from you, and we want to share that with others. So please send them in. Again, that's the email address on there. I'm making a backlog, and we're going to start this again very, very soon. The other thing that if you feel obligated, don't feel obligated. If you feel the spirit moving you, we'd sure like to have a tip. It helps pay for my Mussels. Jeez. And my Libation Live. Cheers. It does help support the channel. I'm full-time on this. I make money only from 2 partners and from YouTube, and YouTube is a pretty small chunk of that. So every dollar matters, and tip only if you find value in the content. I meant to, or not obligated in any way, shape, or form. And tonight, I just want to, again, it's a kind of a community discussion around your travel plans. Many of you are in your vans in February, where it's really wintry across the country. So what is on your mind? Here's some subject matter topics. Let me zoom in here for you. I might go stir my fire in a minute. It's doing pretty good. Wingham, spent a lot of time on Wingham lately, and but really this is a community discussion tonight. Again, we may end a little early, but nonetheless, this really is a community discussion for sure. Let me share where I'm coming at you from, and let me have another bite of this. They're kind of getting cold already. I have to rewarm them. Publix is kind of a Florida grocery chain. Their tagline is it's a pleasure to shop, and I gotta tell you, it really is a pleasure. They're a little more on the expensive side, kind of maybe slightly higher than Target or on par with, but full service grocery. Everybody's in a good mood. A lot of in-house brands like this muscle mix. I've only found this here at Publix. So if you're coming to the Florida Vanlife gathering, treat yourself to a trip to Publix, and please check the attitude and the smiles of the people. Okay, where am I coming at you from? This is technically Davenport, Florida. Let me zoom in here for you. You're like, where in the hell's that? I didn't know either. It's kind of between, we're going to say hi to a lot of folks here in a minute. It's kind of in between Orlando and Tampa. I'm just about a half hour from the Dade City location where the Florida Van Life gathering is starting on Friday. So I want to get here and get kind of prepped and mindset, get a lot of videos out. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. I've been camping, which is kind of cool, with Kyle the last couple of days. We got his RVs, and we were in a private park, Ginny Springs, which is quite a ways north, by the way. It's north of Gainesville. Good Lord, it's like 40 miles from the Georgia border. I didn't realize. And we've been hanging out there, but we got some things done, but that's what kind of brings me here. Okay, keep going here, Watson. Hey, this is kind of cool. So if you joined us last week, I was at a Harvest Host. That's the bottom arrow, kind of above Port St. Lucie. And one of the RVers clued me in that SpaceX was launching a satellite, Starlink load that very evening at 4:30 in the morning. And as I alluded to, I did jinx myself. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. And I'm really happy to say I actually got to see that launch from quite a ways away. The red arrow is Cape Canaveral. And I woke up, and then about a half hour before every SpaceX launch happens, SpaceX goes live on YouTube. If you haven't experienced that, you really should treat yourself if you're into space at all, because they're literally putting a payload up about every week. It's just insane. And what was so cool about this is I had my iPad propped up, and I was positioned my rig so the cab windows were facing north because that's where all the action was, right? You can see by the arrows. And I'll be darned. On the YouTube live, it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then blast off. And it was probably 5 seconds maybe. And all of a sudden, you could see the flame from the rocket engine taking off. And let me tell you, that thing was up and out and over sight. It was our big arch. Not surprising, but it was a little cloudy, but it was super dramatic. I didn't take any pictures because I didn't bother, but I was really moved to be listening, watching on YouTube live rocket launch from my van, plugged into nothing in a harvest host grove of palm trees, and just think what a miracle it is that we're living at this time with all of our problems. And these little tiny van life miracles that just remind me of why I do this and how I would love to inspire some of you to do the same thing, because it just takes your breath away. Takes mine away anyway. All right, so that was last week. This week we're to KOA. Here's the temperature. It's endless summer here in Florida. AC is needed, so plugging in is kind of important. It does cool down eventually overnight, but the van's been heat soaked in the sun all day. And it'll be heat soaked in the sun all day tomorrow. So anyway, that's kind of that. It's pretty chilly everywhere else. Look at this is kind of the highs today. So it's winter time for sure. Let me show you gas prices, and then we'll say some hi to some folks. I just love saying hi. So gas prices have gone up. It's gone about 50 cents in the last 2 weeks. And it has seemed to have come back a little bit. It really depends on where you are in the state. And in this particular area, I don't know what kind of houses you can get for 400 grand, but my guess is probably not a lot. But nonetheless, they look pretty reasonable until you actually kind of look what. Whoops, I didn't put my pictures behind the logos. So the one on the left is Gas Buddy. The one on the right is Redfin. And this is always love to share gas prices and real estate from where I'm coming at you from. And of course, we already mentioned on that Mussels, and we got the Martini already happening here. This is a Vanlife Martini, by the way. So I do it in my Hydro Flask cup. It's on ice. When I go to a restaurant, I have to do it up. I prefer that. All right, let's say hi to some folks. This is my favorite parts of the show. Are we having fun yet? Thumb up. We got a big group in here. Okay, I'm going to zoom to the top and say hi to some regulars. And my RV neighbor's going like, what is going on with this dude? We're supposed to have a full moon this weekend, which is so amazing. Here's Ohio Sharon. Good to see you. Oh, you got inexpensive gas there. That's kind of interesting. If you can help me out, this is the format we like to use, which is 3 question marks followed by your question. It helps me find it more readily. And feel free to talk amongst yourselves. She's saying you can have the Muscle Martini. I'll just take the chat and maybe a fire if I can stay out of the smoke. Yeah, this has been a pretty good fire so far. Let's just see what that looks like quick. Yeah, that's not doing too bad. I put another log on the fire, as it were. Okay, so let's see. We got Ron in the house. Thanks, Ron, for being here. Tin Can Carl's on his way to the Van Life gathering. See you soon, sir. It's going to be so great. Sherry's on her way to Florida. 25 degrees in where she's leaving home base from in Chicago. Here's Rich. He made it to Nashville, one of my favorite towns on earth. And Tennessee and Kentucky are my 2 favorite states currently, followed probably by Texas and then Arizona. Drive safely, Sherry and Rich. Tin Cat Carl says, I'm having my mail forwarded to number 13 Scott Watson Way, Dade City, Florida. Do you think the mailman will find me? No, but Santa will, sir. If it was Christmas, Santa absolutely would. What's really cool, what he's alluding to here is that the Florida Fan Life Gathering event producers have actually named 2 streets for our posse, our tribe. One is Scott Watson Way, and one is Go Small, Live Large Lane. So, yeah, I would not send any money my way because it probably would end up in my pocket. But pretty funny, thank you. Yeah, let's see. Oh, we got Rob in the house. This is great. Wilton Manors, Temp 77. See you Friday. So he's going to join us. He's a great guy in a Travado. So amazing. We're going to have so much fun. So the audio in the van didn't work. I don't know why that is. I can't believe AirPods won't go that far. I've got to figure that out. Mussels. He likes shellfish. That's great. I like shelled steak. Okay. Hey, Beast Gaming, good to see you. You might be new, sir. If you're new to the channel, new to the What's Up Wednesday, please type in NEW. We want to give you a shout out. Here's Nancy in this morning. He said, so Terry's the VP at Embassy RV. He's coming. He's a sponsor of some of the events at the Florida Vanlife Gathering, and he's really excited to meet with you all. There's a huge tribe of Embassy RV owners and wannabes joining us. And let me stir my fire quick because it's going out. And it was really kind of the pressure from you all, Embassy folks, that got his rear in gear to get his butt in a van and down to Florida. So my hat is off to you. Let me stir the fire quick. Let me put the fire cam on. By the way, the bundle wood was $10 for these days, which is or chunk of wood. So let's see how that does. But they used to regularly go for $5 or $7. So see if our fire cam kicks back in a little bit. Okay, there's more questions here. Then I want to talk about. Nancy wants to know what kind of martini. Great question. So vodka, I just can't get into gin, so it's a little bit of dry vermouth and olive brine, ice, and vodka. Pretty basic. Got the 2 olives. I tried the shakers in the van. It's so much work. So Vanlife simple. Similar taste, same effect after a couple of them for sure. But when I go to a restaurant, great question. JK House from Rochester. Down with single digits. I complain we have to have the AC on. I have no complaints. Mesa Mike's at a distillery in St. Petersburg. 74 degrees, 345 for gas. That was one of my favorite places in Florida. I just love the Gulf Coast side of Florida so much better, with the exception of maybe St. Augustine on the Atlantic side. But there's just something about the and even Central Florida. So if I had to pick, I'd be curious what your favorites are. If you've been to Florida, my favorites would be Gulf Coast, Central, and then Southern Florida, Atlantic side, and maybe the Panhandle. But I haven't really spent much time, in the Panhandle. So Nancy says next year, yes, please. Chicago, 25 and snowing. Ooh, jeez, I don't miss any of that. So don't miss any of that. So Matt, let's see. I think Matt gave us he did. Thank you, sir, Matt, for the jingle in the jar and helping with the libation live habit. Appreciate that a great deal. Thank you, sir. Now let me see what your question was up here, Matt Scott. I think I saw Lily sibling. I test drove a 2019 GL, 38,000 miles. Sir, get that quick. Get that quick. If you get that for a good buy, that's a great deal. That was National Park Edition. You run with your tech, sir. Yes, Sherry. Congratulations, Matt. That's great. Place to travel videos. Yeah, I'm working. I'm getting the message. So, C Card Guy's got a question here. Let me see where we are on the content tonight. Let me answer C Cars, and then we'll kind of get your brain going on a couple of questions. And looks like our Wi-Fi is holding up, which is really great. So let me take this off screen and put this one up. Bear with me, folks. This is kind of a crazy night. I love these nights. A little less programmed, a little more free-flowing. All right. So C Car Guy wants to know, Scott, why does Volkswagen not offer the camper van in the USA like the California and the other styles like they used to? Sorry, I'm brand new to the channel. Please do not be sorry to be brand new. We love every person, and we especially love our NEW folks. Thank you for joining us, for being part of this amazing community that we built over the last, almost 5 years. It's pretty amazing to have you here, sir. I don't know the exact answer why they don't make camper vans available. The Europeans are so ahead of Americans in so many ways, and way behind on others. So It's a good question. I just don't have a good answer for you. I got to believe that they see the market to be here. I mean, a significant market that would be, profitable venture for them. But I just don't know. Maybe I don't want to speculate. So I think it's going to be a real test of the Wingham OAC, how it does in America. It's a very different rig. It's on a U.S. chassis, but it's a very different rig with different priorities than a lot of the RVs. So it's probably a litmus test for a lot of different things. We're seeing some of that European innovation creep in, but if anybody knows anything about Volkswagen, let me know. Now that I think about that, I do have an old colleague. His wife works for Volkswagen. Maybe I'll take a note and reach out and see if she can get us somebody to come on. Here's Jane and Roger in Byron, Illinois. Awesome guest host a while back. So was Mason Mike. No tip tonight. No worries, sir. Because I'm bringing you a 7-year aged whiskey to camp out. Yes, sir. I like the whiskey and the bourbon. Steve in the house. Good to see you, sir. Lake Havasu. What a great town. State Trust land. Live Free is in West Palm Beach. And Mason Mike has a question. Have you checked out Aldi's yet? Interesting grocery store. I have. I really like them for a lot of things. A little bit like Trader Joe's. I find the sizes to be smaller, which is great for the van, great for somebody who's feeding themselves for probably a 4 to 5 day stint. The prices are great. A lot of in-house brands. I like Trader Joe's for the same reason. I find Trader Joe's to be really compelling. They're kind of hard to find sometimes. Aldi's get more prevalent, which is great. I wonder if you've been there before, Mason Mike. I'm not sure it's an Illinois-based company, kind of from Europe too. Excuse me. Okay, so let me pause here. Let me share some information with you. I just want to kind of get this in our brains. So I'm really curious, as part of Fireside chat, let's check in on the fire cam right here. Oh, it's doing pretty good. It's going better earlier. I loaded it up earlier. Let's kind of a fireside chat tonight. A little, looks like my internet's slowing down. So I'm just curious what is top of mind for you as owner of a camper van. So think about that. What's top of mind for you as an owner of a camper van? Some of you are packing and traveling now. Maybe you're leaving the winter and into warm weather. So what's top of mind for you as an owner of a camper van? And then top of mind for you want to be, if you're still kind of trying to decide what is top of mind for you. Is it floor plans? Is it features? Is it price? Is it I'm nervous, I'm scared, it's safety, it's a lot of different things. And the reason I ask is because I want to really get zeroed in on what kind of videos should Go Small Live Large be making, what kind of guests should we be having on, guests including you. We've had many of you on over the last 108 episodes. That's over 2 years of doing this now. And we need to really figure out how we can help each other improve our camper van travel experience. It's very unique. And surrounded by towables and fifth wheels. I think I saw one camper, one van down here. I'm on purpose to get work done and not on. I might go sit by the pool tomorrow, but how can we help each other improve our camper van travel experience and then share that with others? That's what I really want our discussion to be about tonight and what it's going to be about this weekend. It is not missed on me what you all have enabled me to do, which is leave my corporate job back in September 2021, a nice YouTube channel that brings attention to great brands like Volta Power Systems that makes a lithium system on my rig, Embassy RV. There's a couple other brands we're kind of playing dance with. Without you, none of that is possible. None of this would be possible without a dream from the Russos that was made real. And again, it's about this community come together. How can we help each other improve our camper van travel experience? What can I do as the mouthpiece and the video camera. I'll go back to this one. We saw that survey earlier, so I'm hyper focused on doing some really cool places videos. I've got a whole bunch of ideas. I promise I have too many ideas, including the camper van travel guides. I still have 4 or 5 of those to get out. Um, so that's kind of where my priority is going over the next few months. We'll still do some van tours. I got some queued up, but kind of let us know in the comments tonight. That's what I really want. I want our community discussion, fireside chat tonight to be about is how can we together improve our camper van travel, and then share that out, because that is what this is all about. Hopefully that makes sense. And we're going to be kind of zeroing in on that theme this whole weekend at the Florida Vanlife gathering. I'm just really excited. I mentioned 300 vans. If each van has 2 people, that's 600 people. I don't know how they're going to do it. It's unbelievable. All right, let's look at some more questions. But if you can help me out there, how can we improve our camper van travel collectively? And then how can I help share that out? I think that's what this is about. Let's do our side-by-side here. Maybe this is a better way. I think that's better. So great. Let's see, here's Frisco T. She was a guest host. She's in Perry, Florida. Where in the world is that? I have no idea. Hitting the road tomorrow for Lakeland, Dade City area. Central Florida is just so great. There's Ocala, there's Orlando. They're building roads like crazy right now, building houses like crazy. I really like Central Florida. Mason Mike wants to know, did I film the SpaceX launch? No, because it happened so fast, and iPhone, as good as it is still pretty crummy at nighttime. I was trying to savor the moment, so no, I didn't do that. But I gotta tell you, it was surreal watching that real time from the cab of my van at 4:03 in the morning, listening to it on YouTube over here. If you haven't seen a rocket launch from your van, you really haven't lived yet. I've seen one up close-ish on one of the causeways by Cape Canaveral, one last week from my van, many miles away, maybe 50 miles away. And then I got to see one of the SpaceX rockets returned on the barge and then float by Jetty Park. So I just love it until you see it from your van. It's really. This is Gary. Will be at the Van Bree Saturday. Yeah, I'm really trying to decide. Should we have wear name tags at least to get going? I don't know. Gary's great. You look like you might be. Thank you for coming to the Vanlife gathering. We're gonna have so much fun. Boondocking with Boomer wants to know, hey Scott, how are you? I'm doing great. A little tired, so I'm kind of chilling here for a couple days because it's going to be an amazing few days in the at the gathering. Sparks got great question. I am. It's probably too bright here. It's a little too cloudy, but I'm hoping the cloud. When I get back. No, not tonight, but I'm going to be shopping for a cold spotting scope and gathering this weekend. So the best. A little early. I was really surprised that Verizon was so bad. Which has got me thinking about Starlink a little bit better. If that is going to happen more than once, let's hope not. Otherwise, we'll call it early tonight. Where was I?
So hopefully Sparks guy heard that. I'm gonna try and pick up a really high quality scope. It's been on my shopping list for a while. I want to see the moon. I want to see the planets. Love to see the green comet. And there's something I'll never forget. One of my favorite memories was at the in Idaho, the national park there, the Craters of the Moon, something like that. There's a couple of van people. We all got to all the van people always get together a couple campsites away, and they had a really high quality spotting scope. And we looked at it was Saturn. It was teensy, but you could see Saturn, the rings, and a few moons around it. I was like, I thought you need a telescope. He goes, nope, just a good quality spotting scope. So that's what I'm after. Let's see. So hopefully this is staying. Yeah, first guy, Illinois based, but comes out of Germany, as you say. So that's great. Thank you. So Charlotte, thank you for joining. This might be a first for you, right? Appreciate you being here. Prices are holding me back, and what vehicle is best for me? Yeah, we talk about that a lot on this channel. Is why do you want to be in a camper van in particular, RV in general? Here comes a big old Class A, and very different ways to travel. Pros and cons for both. I think you're going to see the prices normalize really fast this year. We're going to share some news probably next week. There's a couple big component manufacturers, Lippert being one. I can't remember the other one, Dometic. Reported a loss in the fourth quarter, and that's an impact in their annual sales. So I think people got really exuberant, and I think we're going to see not a crash, but just a normalization of prices. So if you saw anything that was put out by me and others at the Super Show, MSRP is in the stratosphere, but the actual starting price point for negotiation is saying for tonight. Oh my god! Let me kind of scan quick. So CJ's got a question here. How do you, Scott? We want to reach you about some cool on Vanlife. Can you provide us with email and link? Yeah, GSLL viewer recommendation at gmail.com. So for tips and things of that nature, that's where we'll go. So GSLL. See if I can get back. That's a place to send the email. I was caught up on email as of last week. So here's the, and if you can keep it brief, I know that sounds mean, but you would not believe how much stuff I get, and people like to really tell me their life story, which I can't wait to hear in person. Why is this not working? Yeah, the internet's really bad. I apologize, folks. We've only had a couple fails this What's Up Wednesday. Yeah, this is going to work. But it's a GSLL viewer recommendation at gmail.com. Christmas. Rich was saying he had a. I would have loved to see the shuttle. I was so lazy. You got to see that. That thing had to be like Saturn V going off, right? Or the Artemis SL. Congratulations, is what they're saying. Call a wrap tonight, guys and gals. This is really slow. On the a big comment. It's green. I think so. He's been having problems with his jetpack, says Mesa Mike. So I'm 1 day to my recycle on my billing cycle. I've used up. It's got to be 500 gigabytes in the 30-day cycle. So they're probably like, yeah, let's turn him off, which they did. It was useless. And it's also a matter of saturation. Orlando, Disneyland, all that stuff, and it goes for miles and miles and miles. So that could be what I've noticed here this year and last, but really this year, spending time at home base, is that the infrastructure of Florida is so they're spending a ton of money getting it upgraded, but the amount of people moving to Florida, moving to Texas, they just cannot keep up with the infrastructure, and that goes for sewer and water and roads and schools, highways, and probably even cellular. So it's going to be a bumpy few years in some of these really congested areas. I'm Catmandu heading down to the gathering. How are the bugs? See y'all soon. Bugs have been great here. Where we were last night at Jenny Springs, which is about 2 hours north, a little north of Gainesville. Bugs were pretty reasonable. A few mosquitoes, but this is a great time for warm in the day, cool at night. Thank you, Donna. Oh, the fire rate. Libation Live is going for that money. It's $10. I bought 2 of them. Otherwise, our fire would be out already. Let's see. Let's get a few more here. Oh, I'm not at the end of the thing. So we might call it. Maybe the Sparks guy is being affected by the comet. Wouldn't that be funny? It comes every 50,000 years. So when the Neanderthals were rolling around, they didn't even know what flint and stone was, did they? I don't know. Okay, let me share the song of the night. This one always gets me, and it's so true on a Sunday morning. And if you're not familiar with the story of Chris Christopherson, he was least likely to succeed in the music business except for his powerful dream. And he's such an amazing songwriter. His parents wanted him to go in the military. He did for a while, but this is our song of the night. Why is this not working? Oh, this is why, because, bear with me. Let's see, present. But it went offline. There we go. That's why. There we go. Here's the song of the night. Okay, you all ready? So the song of the night is Sunday Morning Coming Down. Now, there's something about the words, and whoever sings it has a different tempo, but when he sings it, and I'm alone on the road and it's Sunday morning, there is something really about this song for me, and not having a huge hangover, which is kind of what the song's about, but there's just something about a Sunday morning being alone with yourself. Spell Johnny Cash's name wrong. Anyway, I just love this song. When's the last time you heard this song? Bobby McGee, some really great. Anyway, he was a janitor for Columbia Studios, I think it was, and met June Carter, gave her a demo tape. Johnny Cash recorded Sunday Morning Coming Down, and now the wind has shifted, the smoke's coming my way. Perfect timing. And jeez. And in 1971, an award, Songwriter of the Year by the Country Music Association, something like that. So if you haven't heard this song in a while, he's had some really powerful songs and a powerful songwriter that many others have made really, really famous over the years. So give that a listen tonight. And I'm just really excited. It's going to be a great week. We've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then Monday we all depart. So 3 nights. Make sure you arrive with full water in your tank, fresh water, and some extra around. My understanding is there's some services, but not really. You should really come to plan the boondock. I think we'll be okay with your lithium system. Might run the AC a little bit at night just to cool down, but I think the weather's going to be really in our favor. High 70s in daytime and low 60s, even high 50s at night, which is perfect weather. A little bit of rain, I think, on Saturday night, but again, arrive with empty waste tanks, full fresh, put some extra stuff in there, maybe bring some appetizer type things so we can share amongst ourselves. They have a beer tent and a whole bunch of activities. I'm doing a urban camping 101 workshop on Saturday morning, so don't want to miss that. And we're just going to have so much fun. We're going to make a lot of laughs, a lot of memories. So a couple of last questions here. So Sparks gets, so here's Bill and Joe. What's got everyone? Got here late, packing for the trip, picking up Ronald tomorrow, staying local campground and Dade City. Congratulations. These guys are renting a van. You can check out the van experience. that is not for the faint of heart. Good job, gentlemen. Excited to see you there. Was Chris Robertson and Bright Sunburst and Star is Born a good movie? I'm not sure I'd seen it, to be honest. My mom liked it, so I don't know. Maybe that's a good one we should all take a look at. And then Mason Mike wants to know is where you're heading next after the camp out. So I'll share that with you at the camp out. But after next week, I am getting out of Florida. I'm going to Volta Training Wednesday next week, and then we are scooting off to the next state. It's time to move out of here. So with that, we'll say thank you, everybody. A little bit short version tonight. Just kind of a crazy night. Looking forward to an exciting weekend with everybody. I'm going to warm up my muscles. And just cheers to each of you and to your health. And thank you for joining. And you each are so important to me. You have no idea. And I'm so excited for this weekend to meet all these awesome people. So with that, we'll say thank you very much. Journey on. And as we always like to say,